This is like stars as far as the eye can see now. We have got award-winning podcasters as far as the eye can see, from Friday night BHN, Bright Hearing News. Let's welcome Magenta. Kia ora.
Kia ora.
From Locked Out, let's welcome Craig Rennie. Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Oh,
And from the front line, it's Dr. Gary Payenda. Kia ora.
Kia ora.
And from nothing whatsoever, but it'll make a nice 6 frame. There's the dog. Which is the dog there, because it's a nicer frame. Well, whanau. Today, we had announced the New Zealand Podcast Awards. Holy moly, that's a lot of people down the side. And I'll probably get rid of the dog now. And as you go through the New Zealand Podcast Awards, well, let's read this paragraph. The coveted Listener's Choice title, decided entirely by public vote, went to BHN Big Hearing News, reflecting the show's highly engaged audience across subscriptions and social channels. True crime series, yada 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 yada. And yeah, there was a lot of interesting podcasts in there. We get to just trying to look for it now. Fiction, health, history, independent, interview. Did I spoil? I might have gone past. Did I squeeze past current events?
You did.
Maybe.
It's further up. It's further up.
Oh, all right. I'm just so excited about this whole thing. My fingers. There we go. Best current affairs podcast. Silver, Locked Out with Craig Rennie. Bronze, The Front Line with Dr. Gary Payenda. Podcast award winners, and then one other one, which I actually think is kind of cool actually. Best network or publisher. So when you think about stuff.co.nz or RNZ or MediaWorks, they're publishers. So Spinoff got the gold. Frank Podcast, which I think is Tim Batt's group, and little old BHN in that one as well. So a lovely time with 4 awards today. It means everyone who has been doing a podcast on the Big Hairy Network got an award today. Well done, guys. It's amazing, and congratulations. Gary, you were the first person I told. What are your thoughts?
I just can't believe it. This has just been a crazy week for me. So a few days ago, I was able to reveal that I can name myself as Whangarei's candidate for Labour. And that's been wild. Like in 3 or 4 days, we've got 900 followers on the new campaign that was just started. And then today I get a text from you saying you won this award, or I won this award. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Because it wasn't like I was out there soliciting and saying, please guys, vote for me. It's just some people decided that they get some value out of the front line. And that's all I care about. Like, there's a group of people that enjoy this thing. How awesome is that? Like, that's the award, right? I mean, bronze, silver, whatever. Like, there's actually people who enjoy this and think it's worthwhile. And that's freaking awesome.
Yeah. So, I phoned you up, Gary, and said, hi, podcast award winner. And Craig, then I phoned you and said, hi, podcast award winner. What are your thoughts?
I was astonished, to be deadly honest. I saw in the section that we were in, we were beaten by The Detail, which must have a production team that is more than most of the people on your street, Pat.
So I also know, I'm not sure what their budget is this time, but certainly in the past, The Detail, which is the newsroom, I think the newsroom and RNZ combined, gets New Zealand on air funding of over $800,000 a year.
Wow.
And we came second to that from a bloke with a dodgy accent writing it rapidly on a Tuesday the day before. So delighted over the moon. I couldn't have done this without either of you, Pat or Chewie, doing this work, your promotion of the podcast. Pat, the hours that you spent repairing the audio because my internet line is terrible. All the other things. They're the things that have actually made the difference here. We've managed to chuck out 29 episodes of Locked Out, which is probably the most I've ever been committed to anything in my entire life.
Don't let your wife hear you say that, bro.
You know, I know. And as a consequence, I am, thrilled with people, supporting it. But it shows that there is an audience out there who wants to hear a progressive news outlet telling people that other choices are possible and other choices will lead to better outcomes. So I'm just delighted that we're helping get the message out for everyone on this call.
Magenta, you're out. What I was doing, Chewie, just so you know, is I spoke to Emily today, and she said that she was live streaming some gaming, and so I just went to her. I went to her YouTube page to see if I could see if she was live streaming right now, and we could have gone and watched her, and so she would have been a part of it, but she's not, I don't think. So that means, Magenta, you are the Friday night representative. What are your thoughts? You can put on your CV now, award-winning podcaster.
Well, yeah, actually, I was just playing D&D before this with some other BHNers, and I did pull that line, maybe just a little. But no, honestly, I think a lot like Gary. I'm surprised anyone wants to listen to us, but I'm also stoked that people do and that we're able to have the community that we have, because it's definitely special. And it's also just giving me hope for next year, because obviously we've got a lot to do with this upcoming election. And I think there's a lot of work that will be on BHN's shoulders to help kind of push through, especially given the fact that we all know that the right have a lot more money, especially to inject into mainstream media. So I also took some of the comments of, well, where's our funding? We're going to have to see who's giving us these funding monies. I don't know. It's awesome. I'm just really stoked.
So officially, Emily is now with us because she's live streaming right now as we speak. So this is us live streaming, watching Emily live stream. She has no idea we're watching her, but I thought that could be funny.
That's hilarious.
There we go. You can tell her that later on, Magenta. Yeah, and look, it's incredibly gratifying. I mean, obviously, all the work that goes on behind the scenes contributes towards the things that we do, and I like making quality product. I have right since my radio days and that kind of stuff, and working with you lot's been pretty cool. It's been pretty good quality, and it's just one of those things as well that goes, money is not the thing that necessarily makes something quality. Like I think I've told this story before. When we won a bunch of awards in New York for a radio show we did, we were competing against like the BBC and CNN and these literal places, and we'd made our product in a blanket fort. We built a fort out of blankets to make our product. That's how we soundproofed it, and we won 7 golds in the 1 year we did it. So it's I mean, like, budget's lovely, and the cool thing about this is this really is the grassroots. We're not closed off to the idea of sponsorship and advertising, but we haven't taken any yet. So this is 100% grassroots, funded by the people watching, funded by the patrons. We get a little bit of ad spend on YouTube, just the generic-y stuff. And yeah, as you said, Craig, the detail, and even more than that, you think about the kind of publisher or networking that big hairy network got. That's up against MediaWorks and stuff and RNZ and those guys. So it's very gratifying, and I'm pretty excited, pretty proud of all you guys. It's been a fun ride for the last few months.
So Pat, I've got to ask you, what does it feel like to be the Rupert Murdoch of the left? Because you are building a media empire here, right? This will be the future CNN, the future Fox News.
I think
with a humane bent.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I'm meaner than Rupert Murdoch, so we'll put that out there. I mean, like, I've been working in media since the 1990s, like started in radio in the late 1990s. And it's just what we get now with being able to break through that barrier with a cell phone and an internet connection is amazing, And I'll say it again, and this is not to brown nose, I've said it before on the show, the audience we've got, and that means the audience we've got for everyone, for Craig and for Gary and for Friday nights, and now for the for the collective, is the most amazing audience I've ever experienced. Like, I've seen nothing like it ever before. I've done radio shows that have spoken to far bigger audiences, but I've never experienced community like this audience for all of us gives the network community. It's it's humbling is what it is, which is hard for me because I'm a fairly arrogant person. But it is humbling. It's cool, eh? It's real cool.
It's unbelievable to have a 16-year-old come to you and say they watch BHN stuff, and then to have an 80-year-old say they watch BHN stuff. Like it's really beautiful. It's a beautiful thing you've done. Thank you for having done it.
I mean, this is what we do. And I guess the exciting thing, and I think it was Magenta who messaged me back saying, as we lead into the Christmas party. So it's nice. So we've got a couple of weeks' time. For people who already know what's going on, there is a Big Hairy Network meetup because Gary's going to be there, Craig's going to be there, Magenta's going to be there, Emily's going to be there in Dunedin at Adu, which is a Danish cafe in George Street in the town at 5:30 p.m. on Friday the 5th, followed by Gary speaking and Craig speaking and Sophie Barker, our mayor, speaking on the dire emergency our health system is in a public meeting. That's being advertised to the whole city. We're not putting on those billboards, the BHN meetup. That's a bit more on the DL, so just for you guys. And it'll just be a bunch of award-winning podcasters getting together for a Christmas party. Just a bunch of us. I think that's called a cluke, isn't it? A cluke of podcasters. I don't know. I'm just trying to make up words now.
a pod.
Chewie,
podcasters.
Chewie, you've been on this ride almost as long as I have with this particular product. I'll give you the last word before we head off and get back to our real job. We got anything you want to say?
Look, I'm going to say something that Pat couldn't because he would just turn into a black hole of
well, I'm interested now. What's this going to be?
Horn. Yeah. This has all come from Pat, and Pat does the absolute lion's share of getting this going. Quite often make jokes about the fact that I turn up at 10 to 5 to 2 minutes to, or bang on time like a wizard should.
When you said 10 to and 5 to, I thought you literally were talking about 10 seconds to, because that's not uncommon.
Yeah. Look, I turn up and I react. It's Pat that is doing a lot of the clips. It's Pat that's driven this product. It's Pat that puts all the stories together. It's Pat that's made the links to Craig and Dr. Gary and everybody else that tracks down the guests. He's the engine room of this whole thing. So we wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't for Pat. And I'm just glad that it has resonated with so many people. Like Gary has said, people coming up to me and saying, "Oh, I watch BHN all the time." Like the email I sent to my old high school, the principal going, "Oh yeah, I watch BHN all the time." Just very, very matter of factly, is still a mind fuck to me. It's remarkable, and it is so important as we go into an election year. Yeah. That we take this momentum and turbocharge it, and I think we're in exactly the right place to do it.
Before we go, whanau, because this is for everybody, Joel 492 BHN for everyone on the right side of history. 8 Vasta, congratulations BHN, cool progressive hosts and community kapai. We'll leave that one. That's not no. Someone saying pancake batter got nothing at award. I doubt they participate, but anyway. Big Olby says fantastic news, BHN. Congrats to the whole team. JC and the Pigeon Cat says congrats, Pat, Chewie and crew. Your mahi has been huge in growing the left wing space and pumping out quality content every week. The listener's choice win is well deserved. So proud to support you. Thank you so much, and thank you for the generous super chat as well. And Bubba says congrats on the, I guess that's the win. Here's to growing voice. And that's about it, guys. Thanks for jumping in. I'm excited that you're all, awards on the greater scheme of things are not really a particularly big deal, but they're nice. Put it this way, it's nicer to get one than not get one. They don't really change your life. They don't change your paycheck very much. But they are an acknowledgement, and I'm excited to have done all this stuff with you guys. And I'm proud of what we've put out there. It's pretty amazing.
Absolutely.
And you can go to bed tonight with this comment that I read a couple minutes ago. Your show and your network is the antidote for despair. And I think that's
Oh,
worth thinking about for a second.
that's
It's
nice.
true. I feel it is.
Oh, very good.
That makes my heart.
All right. On that night, I'm going to kick you all out of the room now. Me and Chewie are going to wrap up the show. So
All right. Thanks for having
we will
us.
Cheers,
Love
see
the
you
photo.
next time. Congratulations on
See
the
you in a
win,
couple
guys.
weeks.
Congratulations, everybody.
And we'll see you when we see you and talk to you when we talk to you.
See you.
I'm not
Christmas.
actually, I'm not actually going to kick you out. You need to leave yourselves because I'm just sitting here and waiting. So because I did that on Friday night with Emily and Magenta, I tried to kick myself out and I ended the whole stream.